because of the movement of this afternoon's session, I would like to suggest that Archbishop Blair, that you allow us, Leonard Blair, if you allow us to jump ahead so that when we return from break, we will be refreshed and focused, because we're going to have then the presentation on the Year of Mercy. But I would like to, before we take our break, see if we could have the presentation for our review of the causes of canonization. And so I would ask if Archbishop Gomez, Bishop Parks, and Archbishop Chaput would go to their respective microphones so that we might briefly have the opportunity to hear from each of you the action required. And I would begin then with, if Archbishop Gomez is ready, why don't you speak, it says here, now this sounds ridiculous, doesn't it, for 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
But you're used to it from the Synod. Remember, we had 3 minutes.
Are you going to turn off my mic?
And what we would need then is, after you speak eloquently, we would have a voice vote. So
Thank
please.
You. Thank you, Archbishop Kurtz. Good afternoon to everyone. Today I would like to seek your consent for a canonical consultation on the cause of canonization of a holy priest who ministered in California, as well in Texas and Arizona. Father Aloysius Sainthood was a Claretian father who was born in the Basque Country, region of Spain, in the early years of the 20th century, 1905. You have a biographical profile in your documentation. He came from a good Catholic family. He was one of 9 children, and he entered religious life at the age of 21. In the 1930s and 40s, he came to California, where he taught at several Claretian seminaries. He taught Greek and Latin and was known as a wise and patient confessor and spiritual director. Through his pastoral guidance, he attracted many vocations to the priesthood and religious life. He was named Claretian Superior in California and was based in Los Angeles from the 1950s to the early 60s. He later became a parish pastor in Phoenix and San Antonio. In his ministry, he accompanied the sick and the dying with mercy and tenderness. He also promoted devotion to the scapular of the Immaculate Heart of Mary and spread the message of the apparitions of Fatima. He even founded a new religious congregation, the Missionaries of Fatima. There is already a popular devotion to him because he had a reputation for holiness and for inspiring others to seek holiness in their lives. He died in Los Angeles in 1981, and he's buried at Mission San Gabriel, which, by the way, was founded by our newest American saint, Saint Junipero Serra. So, my brothers, I'm supporting the Claretian Fathers and the Association for the Beatification and Canonization of Father Aloysius Sainthood in promoting his cause of canonization, and I ask your consent to advance his cause. Thank you for your attention and your consideration.
Thanks, Archbishop Gomez, and it is a request for us to support your moving forward.
Right.
We need, it says here, a formal voice vote. So is there a motion to accept? Is that a motion? Is there a yellow card? So Bishop Troutman, please.
Thank you very much. I wonder if the Archbishop could enlighten us on what's on page 2, the second paragraph from the bottom, where it says that this particular individual had the grace of retaining the sacramental species uncorrupted within himself. What does that mean?
That's a good question. It's over my 2 minutes, so.
It sounds like, Bishop Troutman, that the Archbishop will have to do some further research.
Well, I think it's a serious theological question that has impact on our Eucharistic theology. I don't think we should advance someone until that question is answered.
Archbishop Gomez, do you have any comments beyond the 2-minute for the group?
No, I don't, but I'll be happy to research what it means, and I'll be happy to inform all of you what this is coming from, or what it means. I don't have a response at this moment.
Cardinal Regali wanted to speak.
I just wanted to mention, in regard to the Fama Sanctitatis that's mentioned for Father Aloysius, that I was in the seminary at the time that he was in Los Angeles. And so about 60 years ago, he was my confessor during the vacation time. So I had a good knowledge of him. I must admit I was very, very impressed, and also impressed by the reputation that he had, which was always exercised with a tremendous amount of simplicity and humility. His ability to help the sick, and actually he had the reputation of being able also to be the instrument of healing for the sick even at that time. Anyway, it's just a very positive, a very positive experience that I had. I just wanted to mention. In regard to this this question of the Holy Eucharist, I think it also says, the Archbishop also mentioned in here, that he had the same privilege of the founder of his community, the Claretian founder. So it might be interesting to see in the life of St. Anthony Mary Claret what that involved. That might give us a key. But just to say that I was personally, I knew him, and certainly the love of the sacrament of penance that he had, and I felt very, very privileged to know him and to be ministered to me by him. So
Thanks, Your Eminence, and thanks for your testimony. I think Archbishop Gomez has...
Archbishop Courts, I just want to clarify that I'm just consulting with the conference about the appropriateness of initiating the cause. So I'm just asking for your opinion.
That's exactly right. We can offer comments. We're not approving the moving forward, but we are offering our support. That was to move forward. I think Placido, Archbishop, or Bishop Placido.
Thank you. It's my privilege to give witness about the life and holiness of Father Aloysius Eyacuria, who was a Claretian missionary, and as you already know, labored in the Los Angeles area. I was privileged to live a full year in the same provincial house as I was going through my novitiate as a Claretian back in August 1959 through September 1960. At that time, it was located at 1119 West Chester Place between Pico Boulevard and Wilshire Boulevard. He already in 1959, when I started my novitiate, had the excellent reputation of being a holy man. And lots of people came to see him and seek his personal counsel. On Wednesdays used to be my day for being the porter there for the provincial house. And so on Wednesdays, I would always see many people who came to see him. Maureen O'Hara, Mr. Conrad Hilton, and many others that I can't remember right now. But he had a reputation of being a holy priest, a missionary, and I would serve Mass. This was before the concelebration, so the private Mass. And he was a so devout man that the rumor even at that time would say that he celebrated so well that he would levitate. Obviously, I didn't, maybe it levitated our minds of the beholder as he celebrated in such a holy way. He was virtuous, a great modesty of the eyes, most prayerful, excellent confessor. And I remember even before meals, as we entered the refectory, he would kneel before the entrance there, and he asked ask for prayers as an act of penance. So Father Aloysius Eyacuria already had that great fame of. Then
Bishop,
also
please.
the reference to the Eucharistic, having the Eucharist, that's after the example of St. Anthony Claret. And it's in his autobiography. I don't have it on hand, but it's there, and it's also a reflection of he being a true follower of St. Anthony Claret. Thank you.
Thank you. Archbishop Gomez, I think you've been good enough to present this for our support of you moving forward. We've heard various testimonies, but are you ready for us to ask for that vote then from the body?
Yes, I move that
If you're ready for the vote, just by voice vote, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
I must say,
Thank you.
I may have underestimated the intensity of these reviews. And so I would like to ask if perhaps instead of moving with the two together, we might do that as soon as we return after the break.